How's it going, guys? It's K Cars, and in this video I wanted to give you guys my first impressions of my lifted Jeep Cherokee XJ. So just for context, this is my 2001 Jeep Cherokee XJ. I've had it for about a year and I put 3,000 miles on it so far, and I just recently got it lifted 3 inches and put 31-inch mud tires on it. So the lift kit that we went with is the Rusty's Off-Road 3-inch advanced lift kit. The reason that I went with the advanced lift kit is because it comes with a few extra things. I just thought it would be better to go ahead and replace some of those extra components of the suspension because, you know, they could be pretty worn out from a 20-year-old Jeep. So the extra things that the advanced lift kit came with when comparing to just a spring pack lift kit are upper and lower control arms, adjustable track bar, extended brake lines, and then I also added adjustable sway bar end links and a brand new steering stabilizer. Right there you guys can see all the different components of the lift kit in the front right there. You can see the brand new track bar, steering stabilizer, coil springs, and some of the other things as well. For the wheels and tires, we did go with Pro Comp Series 51 wheels, 15x8 on a 3.75 back spacing. I think it looks really good like that. It pokes out just enough for my liking. So you can see the offset right there. I think it looks really good. Now I believe they do also offer a 4.5 back spacing with these wheels, but I think 3.75 looks very good. Now we also did get the Pro Comp Extreme MT2 mud tires, 31 by 10.5 inches. As you can see, the tread is pretty aggressive on these tires and it does handle very well in snow. Not too well in ice though.
Oh, be careful. Oh, she's going.
Obviously for ice you would need like studded tires or something like that, but other than in icy conditions, these tires have been handling everything very well. I got this thing completely stock about a year ago, and I know some people were saying that I shouldn't lift this thing or modify it at all because I'd ruin it, because, you know, these old XJs are getting more and more rare and hard to find stock, especially like clean ones like this one. So I completely understand why some people would think that. My reasoning for that is I'm not planning on holding this thing and waiting for the value to go up just to sell it for a profit. I'm just planning on holding this thing, you know, not really planning on selling it anytime. So I just decided to go ahead and lift this thing and actually modify it and make it my own instead of just keeping it stock, which, don't get me wrong, these things do look very good stock, but I think it looks a lot better with a lift kit and some meaty tires on it. Like I said, if I were planning to sell this thing, I definitely wouldn't be doing any of this stuff to it. You know, I definitely wouldn't put a lift on it or different wheels and tires. I would just be probably not even driving it that much, just keeping it clean and replacing all the worn out parts with just OEM parts, just to keep the value going up and hold it and then sell it for a profit. But like I said, that's not what I'm doing with this thing. I'm just planning on keeping it and not selling it. So that's why I decided to actually modify it a little bit. I'm not going to do anything crazy with this Jeep. Like, and my plan with this Jeep is to still keep it clean, nice, and reliable and stuff like that. I'm not going to beat on it or anything. I just wanted to make it look good. So I thought like a minor lift, a 3-inch lift would look good, as well as some 31-inch mud tires. I gotta be honest with you guys, the first time I saw this Jeep after it got lifted and got the new wheels and tires on it, I actually thought I made a mistake because it just didn't look right for some reason to me. I don't know how to explain it, but it just looked off, I guess. And I think the reason for that is because I was just so used to how it looked like stock, which, like I said, it did look good stock. I think the lifted look just had to grow on me a little bit, because now I absolutely loved how this thing looks. I think it looks really good like that with the 3-inch lift and the 31-inch mud tires. But it is pretty common for me to actually like not like something when it first comes out. For example, like with the new Supra that came out, at first I wasn't a huge fan of it, but now, I mean, I love how it looks, I love how it performs. And yeah, that's just one example of a car that I didn't like at first and now I like it. Same thing with my Jeep. You know, I didn't like how it looked at first. I thought I made a mistake. I think one of the main reasons that made me feel like that whenever I first saw this thing was just the fact that it's not stock anymore. And going back to what I said at the beginning of this video, these things are getting really difficult to find completely stock and clean like this one was. I just had to remind myself that I didn't buy this thing to keep it stock and eventually sell it for a profit. I got it to actually like drive it, use it, and actually make it my own. So I wanted to lift this thing from the very beginning. So the look grew on me, and now I love how it looks. And then I think another reason why I thought I made a mistake by lifting it is just because of the way that it drove whenever I actually first drove it. And just thinking about, like, you know, now it's less reliable, so more things are gonna break. To be honest, I just had to get used to how it drove. When I first drove it, it was kind of like floating around the road, which is pretty common for lifted vehicles like this. So that's just one thing I had to get used to. And then obviously with these old Cherokees, you do have the issue of the vibrations after lifting it. Now it doesn't happen to all the Cherokees, but this one does have a slight vibration. So that's another thing that I had to keep in mind, is that I probably will be getting a slip yoke eliminator. Could just get the transfer case dropped and that should eliminate the vibrations, but I want to actually do it the right way and not just put a band-aid on it with the transfer case drop kit. So that's probably one thing that I'm going to get done to this Jeep, is a slip yoke eliminator and a CV drive shaft. Something else that I wanted to mention is how it handles. You know, Jeeps aren't really meant to handle, so after I got it lifted, it didn't handle very well around turns or anything like that. Of course, like I said, this thing wasn't made to go around turns or anything like that. It's made to go off-roading. That's what it's really good at doing. So, I mean, I really can't complain about anything about this Jeep. It's been extremely reliable for me. And also another thing that I think made me feel like that was just thinking about, you know, now it's modified, some more things are gonna break on it. So that's another thing that I had to worry about. I just had to get used to all those things, and I absolutely love how this Jeep looks right now. Jeeps aren't really made for handling at all. You know, they're not made to like go around turns really fast or drive fast or have fast acceleration or anything like that. They're made to handle off-road and go anywhere, which is what this thing does very well. So, you know, after thinking of all those things, after getting used to everything, I mean, I absolutely love how this thing looks. And I like it even more than it was stock now. Those were my first impressions of my lifted Jeep Cherokee XJ. I've been driving it like this for a while now, and I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. I probably will be getting a slip yoke eliminator with a CV drive shaft just to get rid of those vibrations when driving. But other than that, I really haven't had any other issues with this Jeep, so I'm really happy with how the lift kit, wheels, and tires turned out. I think it looks amazing. Like I said, no issues at all. That just goes to show you how great these old XJs are. Like, you really can't get anything better for the money. Like, these things are very reliable and probably always will be, especially if you get one with the 4-liter inline 6 just like this. I think they also look very good with a minor lift like this 3-inch lift kit, and also 31-inch tires just like this. So yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with this Jeep. I don't have any complaints at all. So guys, that's probably going to be it for this video. If you guys want to see more Jeep content, make sure to check out my channel. I have a bunch of different repair and maintenance videos and stuff that I've done to this Jeep. I also have some off-roading videos. I did take this Jeep through a snowstorm back when it was completely stock, and I also took it through a snowstorm after I got the lift kit installed, plus the 31-inch mud tires, and that was probably like the most fun video that I've made, so definitely go check that one out. And if you guys have any video suggestions for videos you would like to see in the future, or any questions, make sure to drop those down in the comments below. And if you guys liked this video or found it entertaining, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.
Backing up for the thumbnail. Yeah, he's definitely gonna slide a little bit, but definitely sliding, you guys. Here we go. All right, I think we're in two-wheel drive right now. So we're currently in two-wheel drive. Oh, it's sliding a little bit. Oh, I'm sliding too. You guys can see that is a
That's
solid ice right there.